Okay, point one. Let's have a look at the team, see what's going on. Now, from what I don't think there was a scramble, was there? So we're literally seeing a flip side.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, there was no scramble there. I don't really know who I'm favouring here. I think it could have possibly been down to the layout of the point, but I'd say in terms of class makeup, I think I'm probably going to say red. But then, obviously, points makeup as well. Blue have done very nicely, or rather, previous red have done quite nicely. So,
Yeah, now the thing is, I mean, I think blue might have the slight edge on skill, but I don't know. They had a good defense map last time, so I can't really say either way who's going to have this. Doors slide down so slowly, and a little bit of an impatient Uber there. CFT Walker. Now that was possibly a very bad decision to make. Okay, and there goes the blue dot. Lord Petkun there, just wombling in, taking out stuff, not really getting the job done. Now that didn't really go as well as expected.
no, that was quite slow. I would have personally sort of opted maybe to, aim for the players, because obviously buildings, unless it's a sentry, it's not going to fight back, and the buildings are going to give some really good support for red.
Yeah, in a strange way. I mean, Downman is good if you've got predicted location, which you may have been going for. But this map, with this short distance, I would have gone for Pyro personally. He's actually quite, I like the Pyro for getting off of small bits of land quickly enough, and you get right to them. Heavy, you can do the same thing with the guns running urgently. But right at the beginning though, we saw Walker Uber up there. That was not the best of moves. But then that were covered by genuinely lack of performance in the last Uber.
Yeah, I think so far both Ubers definitely falling short, but I'm not really sure what the first Uber there from Walker was all about. Possibly a desperation Uber, possibly he got hit, I didn't really see.
I think he might have panicked, or he wasn't sure what's going on. I mean, it happens. Maybe he accidentally right-clicked, and it's happened to me before, so accidentally right-clicking does happen. And from the looks of it, Blue are trying to get in there. Trying being the operative word. I mean... Oh, okay, I'm just going to Kraken here. Okay, Kraken has a go, being cheeky, trying to spy cap. And it's, simply pancakes off the point there. Red are just at holdings. There goes another bloober. Yeah, now what's happening is that Demoman's not too experienced with moving targets, and he just can't seem to lay down the firepower quickly enough.
Yeah, speed is definitely the key there. I mean, when you've got a heavy that's being medicked as well, stickies are an okay option, but you're not going to lay down the damage fast enough and accurately enough to take them out, and, he didn't.
Ooh, I have to say, point cap there, but Trimon, nice 3 headshots. Trying to reduce that point, but unlucky. Just didn't have enough time, and too many guys at the point. 4 minutes 45 on the clock. Blue making good progress so far. What do you think, man?
I'm not sure. I think so far from Blue, we've seen a lot of sort of half of the players showing up, the other half kind of missing in action, whereas everybody on Red seems to be making an effort. So yeah, I'm not sure.
Although, to be honest, I thought Blue may have been haphazardly moving out, getting killed off, and being half man that whole time. But Red, the problem is you play that kind of game with the same numbers, and Red are going to lose out to the spawn times.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what it comes down to now in this point is, I'd say that Blue possibly has some select players that seem to be playing a little bit better, but I think Red is more consistent.
I agree with that. Yeah, now that's the thing. The problem is with having like a few good standalone players is that they are easily spyable or sniperable. You do that and the team starts caving. And there's Kraken there, moving in, just generally can't not getting the kills. I mean, we're seeing bloopers out coming out, but they're just not getting stuff done. I'm not sure what's the problem here.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to say which class would be the best, but I think in a location like this, heavy would probably be the best option to Uber, because you are going to have to be looking all around you, and soldiers and demo men, they've only got so much damage they can put out, and only in certain spots, whereas obviously if you've got a good enough heavy, they can keep tracking players.
And this particular area, I mean, this is short to medium range. We're not talking that long here. Heavy can just lay down a lot of suppressing fire anyway. It's a good choice. We need to take a lot of target outs in different locations. 2 minutes 55. It's looking a little bit grim for Blue here. They just haven't really managed to get up and go.
Yeah, they're sort of keeping a timid pressure on the point, but it's nothing more than that. Red are just swarming out, and I think really what it comes down to is they're doing the good thing of retreating when they need to.
Yeah, that is a very difficult tactic to master in this game. I mean, the amount of times we see people try and make up a hard defense or simply defending as a last man, when actually what you need to be doing is staying alive and falling back. To be fair, it's not a skill I've even learned.
Really, I think it comes down to just game sense, knowing when there is going to be a sort of a rush, knowing when you can take people down when you can. But yeah, it's kind of like a micromanagement in a sense. You've got to remember who's died and where they are, really.
Well, there goes double Uber there. I mean, Blue went first, Red came in second. Just a mess completely. For some reason, the Blue Uber went in, decided to take on the Red Uber when he should have literally gone in to try to take out anything from behind. Let that Uber run out and let the rest of the team come in, but it gets very confusing when you put on the spot like that. There goes another Uber right now. I mean, why was that done now? There was nothing going on. And that Uber ran out. That was not the best time to Uber. However, yeah, the thing I'm finding here, man, we're seeing a lot of clerical errors as such. We're seeing players kind of... Uber's going in not with the right choices, maybe bad timing. There's a few almost, I hate to say, ham-fisted medic tech we've seen in a while.
Yeah, it's quite wishy-washy. Like, it's nice to see that there are Ubers being pushed out, because so many times we've seen it where people will just forget to Uber and lose it. So it's nice to see them being pushed out, but yeah.
It's getting capped. It's looking... Oh, that was nicely stolen. That was in the nick of time completely. I have to say that what happened was simply enough Ubers went in, they killed enough guys and just started capping the point, and everybody forgot the little mini sentry in the corner. Okay, second point. Taking a look at the teams. Yeah, thing is, again, that was a very tight game. I mean, as we said before, we didn't know who was going to win, and Blue won it by a nose.
Yeah, and I'd say looking at who we've got on what team and what classes they've chosen, they're pretty much equal, to be honest. I mean, slightly different tactics, but both very, very valid tactics. So, yeah, I'm not going to call it just yet.
Now, here's the thing, though. Now, we've seen... Now, this Blue team's at least quite competent, and they did leave it down to the last, minute. Now, they have this massive defensive advantage. I have a feeling they might win this on the first point.
5, 4, 3...
There's a feeling, but don't quote me on it. Doors come sliding down again. There's got to be a way to exploit that. What oh, who's that? The Witch King of Angmar using the float gun. Wow, okay. Do that again, but this time with Bonk. Because that would be amazing. Okay, oh, Blue already on the point. Red were not caught napping. Napping so hard. Whoa, what the hell is going on here? Oh, that was... Whew, Death Seer there. Pretty much pulled up the trousers before they got hit in the balls there.
Yeah, that was incredibly close. I think it was Blue or Red was so ready to defend hard, and yeah, like you said earlier on, little crack in their armor, and suddenly one person manages to get through and can nearly make all the difference.
Yeah, this is the kind of shenanigans you see in a game of 5 Gorge, not Egypt. I mean, that was unprecedented. That could have been the fastest, second match cap we ever see. But, it didn't come to pass. But, Red, look at them now. They're reforming nicely. I mean, what they need to be doing now is getting the point, sentryed up and nicely bulwarked. From there, they need to start counter-attacking. In this time, blue needs to be pushing up hard and fast. Get that engineer up there as well.
Yeah, at this point so far from either team, we haven't seen anything interesting in the way of engineer work. So, yeah, definitely necessary, I'd say, at this point in the game.
Yeah, one guy I keep looking at, Dish of the Day, Heavy, and he is seriously, he's not got the skills, but he's got the enthusiasm. He keeps walking into gunfire like anything. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Oh, that's win. Suddenly blue has won. Okay, round 3. Now that was a quick cap from blue there. Now that was, you know, that could have been the quickest cap, but still that was a bit of a rollover. I think they put red on the defensive so hard and completely made them lose balance that it really worked in their favour.
Yeah, I think really what it was, they scared them into having to move back, and they hadn't had any time to set up any sort of real defence or anything. And so, you know, that first attack left them with the option for a secondary attack anyway. So, very nice work. I didn't see who it was who sort of started that cap off, but nice work, whoever it was.
I mean, it's the equivalent of basically kicking somebody in the knee so hard that he buckles the other way and they fall down to the floor, and then kick him in the face afterwards. That was pretty much the strategy they employed.
2, 1.
Pretty much, I mean, in this game, it's kind of considered the right thing to kick a man when he's down. Are you defenseless? Game over. And which King of Angmar? Zip-zip-bop, kind of just floating around. Oh, Sir Fapsalot pretty much just killed him for his hubris right there. Are you scout? Are you floating? Headshot. Kraken there. Rumbled, urinated, and stabbed. Sir Fapsalot doing nice work there. And how did blue get to the top? Where is red? Were they all in the tunnels?
Yeah, that was a very, very bizarre first point. It seemed to be defended by one sniper alone.
To be fair, he got 2 kills out of it. I mean, he did pretty well for himself. But yeah, I have a feeling I know where Reds decided to stop. They did a very bad thing, in my opinion, which was the second point back build strategy. Basically, you're sacrificing time for better defenses, and in my opinion, that doesn't usually work.
Yeah, for the most part, whenever that happens in a game, it tends to be because a defensive team have they've kind of accepted their fate that they are probably going to lose, so they try to not lose as hard as possible, but it doesn't seem to ever really pay off.
No, that's the thing, you're giving them much more time, and when they see your defences, they'll then be like the Borg, adapt, and then come back with the correct answer. Again, I'm just talking about, you know, what's his name, Dish of the Day. He's playing such the brave heavy of just simply walking into gunfire while firing back at them. It's an interesting. I mean, it's the heavy thing, but there's a bit more flair to it than that. But you got to respect his acumen.
Yeah, I was going to actually bring up. It kind of goes back to that sort of thing of morale with a team. When you see someone going in, even if they get killed, it's just a nice way to open up the push for everybody else. And you know, a heavy, it's kind of like the tank of TF2. In that you can just throw one out there, have them soak up all the damage, and then throw everybody else out there afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing, actually, if you say about morale, you know what I think's amazing for morale? Banners. I mean, you get a soldier activate one of those, people suddenly think, oh wait, I have powers now! And then people start pushing. I mean, I remember when I was playing the medic and I used the amputator and did the taunt for that, people just start suddenly moving up. It was amazing.
Yeah, area of effect brings out the hidden bravery in everybody's golden heart.
Hidden bravery, also known as hit bravery, cloaked underneath cowardice. Now, for the time being, 8 minutes on the clock. Blue are trying. Oh, which King of Angmar gets a nice kill on that sentry. Then push up to the front a bit harshly. But yeah, blue team aren't really around. They're attacking piecemeal, and it's not really working for them. Oh, there goes a bloober. Can it work? They're going for the mini one. They didn't see the big one. Oh, no, not enough. Again, awareness. You need to know. The problem is though, you're moving into a new situation, waiting for the thing you first saw and didn't see the big sentry. You know, it's a bit of a, you know, it's a problem. Until you know where stuff is, you know, you can't really coordinate an Uber properly.
Yeah, that's something that I personally really like to use the scout for. You know, the scout, the hint is in his name, and a lot of people just tend to feel like, oh, scout is for meat shots on heavies. When no, get a bonk, run up there, go back, report to your team, tell everybody where every single building is, where the players are. Is really, really important.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I am a teleport killer with Scout. They hate me in the Skull servers when I do that. But the other thing with Scout, I mean, it's one of those blessed things if a team can get their, you know, work it that way round, is have a Scout, bonk out, distract the sentry, and everybody shoots the sentry. It's the stuff of dreams when that happens. It's amazing.
Yeah, as long as you've got some good players, I mean, that can be as valuable as an Uber for sentry destruction.
Yeah, unfortunately, the problem is it's coordination. Telling guys to stay back, wait for my bonk to go in, and then shoot the sentry afterwards is really hard to do or to explain in a short space of time, especially out not over chat. Now, in any case, I mean, 6 minutes on the clock. Blue are ruminating. I don't know how it's going to end. Because one thing I'm seeing here is Red have taken apart the tunnels and it's working really well in their favour. Oh, just a word of note, we can't hear you over voice, so you'll have to type things over to chat. Now, in any case, what I've seen from Red though is they are just really fortifying nicely. You know, there's not much interference on Blue here, they aren't really putting pressure on this last point. And I have a bad feeling Red are going to have carte blanche when it comes to the last few minutes of the game.
Yeah, Red do seem to be doing quite a nice job of basically cutting Blue off and trapping them up. I haven't really seen anybody opt for the right-hand side tunnel, or right-hand from Blue's point of view. No one seems to have opted for that, so I'm quite surprised, because that's a good one in terms of range, especially for direct hits or snipers.
Lord Paitcon there gets to take down one sentry. Didn't really get enough legs on that Uber to make it work, and the team didn't come out with him. That's the thing. Sometimes you need to move up as a team when an Uber comes out, and you know, when a team doesn't do that, it's really disheartening. Bracken playing heavy, destroyed. But yeah, I mean, Red are just doing a nice thing of holding the areas. They're just basically cutting Blue off the choke points. You know, looking at those doors, moving in there, moving back how it gets too hot, and then, you know, just simply killing him off. This is very difficult for Blue. I mean, what I would suggest for Blue, I mean, they've got something going here, very nice, but they need to get an Uber out. I think they need to get the entire team to move at the same time.
Yeah, I think really the Uber, they need to throw out an Uber, and the Uber needs to be more of a distraction to Red rather than the actual death knell. Everybody else in the team should be out there supporting them when that Uber is going on and laying down, you know, decent suppressing fire.
The thing is, actually, one thing Red are doing quite nicely is they're using the cover well, and they're kind of retreating when appropriate, and they're waiting for the Uber to run out and then come back again. So that's the thing. If you can kill off the Red team, actually, that'd be great, because then you've pretty much wasted their liquidity. Oh, Trimon there takes up Witch King of Angmar and a gate shot. Lovely work. I don't usually call out specifics like that, but that was takes up the medic at a gate when it opens. Yeah, you can't ignore that. Yeah, no, it's looking a bit grim for Blue here. There goes an Uber. Takes up one sentry. Reloading. Trying to take out the other. Medic runs in. Soldier went the other way. What was going on there? That was another bizarre move again. For some reason, Kraken decided not to run up the sentry with the medic and decided to go off somewhere else while reloading. Proves one point though.
That was definitely an error of communication there. I mean, that medic was doing exactly the kind of thing that he should have been doing, and yeah, Kraken really didn't follow up on that.
To be fair though, that's kind of the problem with Soldier. They're not good at taking out sentries simply because they lack the ammo capacity, especially with a 3-shot launcher.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. You're looking at, basically 10-15 seconds worth of reloading there. It's generally four rockets to take down a sentry unless it's sort of been damaged, and yeah, he didn't make that work very well.
Well, you could take down with 3 shots if it's unmanned, like that sentry was actually. I mean, he might have had a chance, and the medic Ian came out of Uber there to start stabbing up the sentry. I think they may have just had it. But the problem here again was, rest team, blue team didn't move up. There was nobody else coming up behind that. I think for the looks of it, actually coordination, blue really just can't seem to get in action. Oh, nice step on Kakaroto there though, takes out an Ubered up medic. It's looking grim all over the place here. Arab Sisse trying to hold off there, but very difficult match at the moment. 1 minute 20 is looking like the end times here. I have a bad feeling, well, good feeling for Red. They're doing a marvellous job of defending here, to be fair. But I think it's partially because Blue haven't really been doing a good job of it.
Yeah, I think I've seen it a couple times there. Witch King of Angmar throwing out some vaccinator Ubers, but against the sentry, it's not really going to work.
Oh, hold up! It's looking good. Pub push in progress. Can they do it? And the old-fashioned pub push wins again. 1 minute left. We're losing. We better win the match now.